Okay, this is my version of how to stop masturbation. It's a very simple process, but it's hard to actually put into action. But before I actually tell you how to stop, let's think about the process of actual masturbation. Okay, so you're in a room alone and you're watching two people have sex, neither of them being you, and you're literally rubbing yourself so that you can get some type of release or fun out of it. I don't know about you, but that sounds kind of weird to me if you really think about it. Anyway, I see being transformed and being renewed as a literal spring cleaning process. Okay, so you have a house, right? Our bodies are literally the temple of God. So if you want this place to be cleaned, you're literally going to have to organize all the dirt into one place so that you can get it out, so you can take the garbage out. Now, if you're going to do this, you also have to clean the dirt out around the house in order for you to actually get into an organized cleaning around in the house. Doesn't necessarily make sense, but look at how I put it. You want to change your environment, right? Because you're in a bad environment, right? Because let's say there's thieves outside and there's gangsters or whatever, and you don't want them to get in, obviously, but all your doors and windows are open. Oh, they're just going to pass right by your house and not go in at all. You can't fool yourself by thinking that. What I mean by that is your ears are the doors and your eyes your windows. You can't just think that sin is going to walk right past you and just ignore you completely. It's not going to do that. It's actually going to be more encouraged to go inside of you so that you can be ruled by sin. But you don't want that. So how do you change? Well, number one, be careful of what you watch, because that has a huge impact on what you do and how you go about thinking. Because the battle is in the mind, but they can't get in the mind unless they have a gateway. So that gateway, one of them is what you watch on TV, what you watch other people do. And because you need to watch these things, because eventually you will definitely begin to imitate them. If you watch somebody doing something bad over and over again, soon enough it's going to become normal to you. So that has a huge impact on your whole life, actually. Watching that next music video that you know is going to have sex in it or new women in it is definitely going to impact you. And it's definitely going to make you run right back to the same sin. And this goes for both guys and girls. This goes for homosexuality to regular lust. I mean, it's all in the same category to me. If you watch other guys making out, eventually, and you have a little bit of that spark within you, of course you want to do it too. Same thing for girls. It's the same thing, because for me, it's all the same lust, just in different forms. Another thing you have to watch out for is the doors. Lock your doors, please, people. Don't listen to the same music that talks about getting girls or even hints about going to the club or doing anything like that. Because remember, that's not you anymore. You're a completely different person. You have a clean slate. You don't have to return to the things that you used to do if you're a completely different person. Would you do the same thing that Stephanie's doing or the same thing that Rick is doing if you're a completely different person? No, because you know that you have a different life than them, and you know you have a different purpose than that other person that you used to be. That person is literally no longer you in God's eyes, and what's in God's eyes truly matters at the end of the day. So watch what you hear, because even the slightest things can turn you on, and you know that. If you know that, why would you go back to it? Now, the thing that we all do is that we all say, you know what? I can handle this. I can handle this part. I can go this far. But that's the very problem. Because temptation will always come. But what matters is how you handle that temptation. It's not always what happens to you, but how you react to it. Now, if you say, oh, I can handle this temptation, it's not that much. Or, no, I'm pretty sure I can do this. I won't go back and, masturbate, and I won't jerk off to this. I'm pretty sure I won't. I think I can handle this. But if you say, oh, I can handle this, then you're just letting it come to you. You're not running away from it. You literally have to run like Joseph. Joseph, when he had to deal with his master's wife, he didn't say, oh, she's just naked. I can handle this. It's all right. No, this guy dipped. Like, he ran. She took off his clothes and he still ran into the streets naked. He was that serious. He was like, no, this guy's been so good to me. I'm not going to do this to him just because this girl wants to get with me or just because this temptation comes to me. That's how you have to be. You literally have to be a track star. You have to think, you know what, God, you've been so good to me. You've been like so awesome to me that I don't care if this temptation comes right now. I'm really not going to cheat on you with this temptation because you've been loyal in our relationship. So you know what? This is my track. The temptation is back there. I'm not going to trust myself. Yeah, these girls are kissing on TV, but you know what? I'm going to change the channel. Yeah, I'm watching these people twerk on YouTube, but you know what? I'm going to change what I'm watching. Yeah, these people are over here talking about sex and how jerking off is okay and it's normal, but you know what? I'm not going to let that get into my mind because I know that what's in my mind has an impact on what I do next. And that whole process is literally what changes and what cleans you. I'm not saying you can do it all on your own because that's God's part. God really has to mold you and shape, but you have to work with him. God is not just going to possess you and come into your body and tell you, no, I'm not going to go over there. I'm not going to go over there either. But it has to literally be the both of you working together. So what you have to do is not stand there and fight. This is not the place where you fight. That goes for other sins because other sins, they have other applications to them. Right now, what you need to do is run. You need to flee from temptation. You need to flee from youthful lusts. You need to run to God and away from that sin because that's the only way you can truly get out. And that's all you have to do. The hard part is actually running.